Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive into a really fascinating document, a blueprint for a massive organizational overhaul at Service International.
That's right. It's this global network of hosts and travelers. And the white paper, well, it lays out a mission for nothing less than financial survival.
And radical mission continuity. It seems like they're at a real crossroads.
They are. The document itself uses the phrase arrested development, which is pretty stark.
Wow. What does that mean in practice?
Well, you look at the data, and Service has been essentially stagnant for, what, 30 years? They've barely added any new hosts since the early 90s.
Really? That's a long time to be flat.
It is. And on top of that, they report a high turnover among their members, the ones they call seekers.
So the foundation is shaky, and I imagine the finances are too. I saw the 2024 audit report specifically flag their dependency on old school chapter fees.
Exactly. It was a wake-up call. They
Right.
said you have to diversify and you have to do it fast.
Which brings us to their proposed solution, the hybrid model.
The hybrid model, yes. This is the core of the structural change.
So it moves service away from being, solely reliant on its national chapters, and it integrates two completely new member types.
It does. Natural persons, so individuals, and external legal persons, which are basically other organizations like NGOs.
I found this part really crucial. It's a huge pivot, not just for funding, but for their whole democratic structure.
Oh, absolutely. And it introduces some real friction. These new natural person members, for instance, they have to be a member for at least 5 years. They get direct voting rights at the General Assembly.
That's a big deal. That dilutes the power of the chapters, which have always been the foundation.
It's a fundamental shift. It moves power away from these collectives and toward committed individuals. The fee is set to attract only the most long-term members.
So it's a philosophical choice, not just a financial one.
Precisely. And the second stream is the social group members. These are the NGOs focused on peace or human rights, paying a higher annual fee.
Okay, so the finances get a boost. But just as important, this seems to free up the volunteers, the national secretaries, from just doing admin all day.
Yes. That time, that energy, can now be redirected back into the actual mission.
Which brings us to the second part of this, the Peace Builders Project. This is where all that new revenue is supposed to go.
The PBP, yeah. This is all about mission renewal.
Yeah.
Peace education, intercultural dialogue, conflict transformation. The white paper is very clear. This is where the new financial energy is being channeled.
It's fascinating. They pull inspiration from figures like Dostoevsky and Marx for the curriculum.
It is. It signals this isn't just about, nice chats over dinner. It's a deeply philosophical approach to understanding conflict, starting with inner peace.
And the program itself is intense, a 6 to 8 week hybrid curriculum.
And the location they chose for the pilot, Askov in Denmark. That's not random.
Yo.
No, that's where the first informal gathering that kind of birthed this whole Peace Builders idea happened way back in 1952. It's full circle.
So they're creating a historical, repeatable model. The goal is to train these change makers, the first 21 from the biggest chapters, and certify them as peace builder educators.
It's a multiplier effect. You embed the mission renewal right back into the network.
So for you listening, the vision here is really a two-part solution. You've got the structural change, the hybrid model, securing the finances.
And that, in turn, funds the mission renewal, the Peace Builders Project. The whole thing is framed as mirroring the evolution of human consciousness, away from old collectivism towards a conscious unity of free individuals.
The white paper's analogy for it is pretty powerful. It calls the current service a drying pond.
Right, and the hybrid model is meant to add new channels, new water, to revitalize it.
It's a huge undertaking.
It is, and it leaves you with a pretty profound question, really, for anyone trying to build a conscious community. When you're facing that kind of arrested development, what do you have to